What if I told you that fantasy football is not all sunshine and rainbows? That one wrong step could crush your childhood dreams? That no matter who you draft, they're going to turn out to be a bag of crackers due to injury? What if I told you that no matter how much you try to relax on the golf course, injury after injury, year after year, finally drove one man to insanity? "30 stories, 30 filmmakers, 30 years. MFL's 30 for 30. My IR is getting fuller." Directed by Sheridan Scala.
Prediction results through Week 8. Ron, Brad, and Casey tied at 31 apiece in first. Ron's actually hit perfect twice this year, but then last week did 0. First person to do that, but still, first place. The power rankings continue to be evidence that the Mixon Micheladas are the most overhyped team in the league, although his new roster might say something different in the second half of the season. And some new stats this week to show how the two divisions stack against each other. In the power rankings, the rest of the country with a slight lead. League rank, slight lead to the San Diego boys, but the cross-division record in head-to-head matchups, the San Diego boys lead 13-9. In our first matchup of the week, the Crying Jordans, who sported a three-headed monster at wide receiver for the first 2.5 seasons of the NFL, has now given up on all three of them and traded them away. Demaryius Thomas lands with the Texans and Phillip Lindsay in to replace your bag of crackers pick in the first round with Royce Freeman. Meanwhile, the K-Mish has Flacco, Funchess, and Crabtree filling in for Luck, T.Y., and A.J. Green, which has me a little nervous, but apparently not the league. The votes here, 10 votes to 2 in favor of Saved by the Bell. It may have cost him most of the first half of his 2019 draft, but TD in your mouth is back in the playoff picture at 4-4, sporting a lineup that I don't think anybody wants to face off against with the addition of Mike Evans and Travis Kelce. His opponent, Just Win Maybe, probably needs to think about changing his name to Just Win Please. Nobody putting any faith in your team here, including Shot himself, with the vote being 12-0 in favor of TD in your mouth. Chalupa Batman bounced back in Week 8 after a Week 7 performance that saw his team only scoring 76 points in the only loss he's had so far this season, hoping Alvin Kamara can get back on track. His opponent Landon, his process is actually starting to work, putting up some pretty good points, but at this point, it seems like all you care about is winning the Gurley sweepstakes and also avoiding a third consecutive season in the gutter. I think you're almost a lock for that. Plus, you don't really have any faith in your team, it sounds like, because everybody picked in favor of Casey in this one, including Landon. The newly named Leonard Fournette Bronco wondering if Leo's ever going to get back on the field in 2018, but at this point, it seems like you've turned to 2019. Probably won't matter this week as your team is likely to buckle, going up against Dummy Tough, who, despite James Conner having a tough matchup against Baltimore, is the heavy favorite here in what is probably going to be the feel-good story turnaround team of the year. The MFL finally starting to give Brad the respect he thinks he deserves, with 9 votes to 3 in this one. No headlines in this one, just going to go ahead and skip ahead to what everybody's already thinking. 12 votes to 0 in favor of Sheridan, with Dean not only not picking his own team, but clearly not picking a tight end who's actually going to play this week. Congrats on the win, Sheridan. We're looking forward to more 30 for 30s. Cuddy working towards his first playoff appearance in his final NFL season, while the former reigning champ tries to regain his throne back in the overwhelming pick for this week's Game of the Week. This matchup features the two quarterbacks projected to do the best this week. Dr. Cuddy gets Cooper Kupp back and has already seen a great Thursday night performance out of George Kittle, hoping that Amari Cooper's first start with the Cowboys can be the X factor to win him this week. While Kyle missing 2 of his top running backs might make him a little nervous, but you got Adam Thielen who gets 100 yards per game, and Emmanuel Sanders, he's alright, I guess. While the rich homie Saquon's taking home 2/3 of the vote here, 8-4. No introduction needed, but the man behind the mask, TD in your mouth.
Yo, what up, gentlemen? It's your boy, TD, a.k.a. Start Over That Nasty, a.k.a. Show Me Your TDs, a.k.a. TD in Your Mouth. Coming to you live with this week's fantasy expert advice from a non-fantasy expert? I don't remember what it's called. But short and sweet, to the point. Don't want to waste your time. All I got to say, 2 pieces of advice. One from me, someone I picked up from a dude named Big Slender. First and foremost, start your studs. All right? You got them. They're on the team. Trust the gut. Never go with Blake Bortles over Phil Rivers, or else you'll lose to Brad by 0.2. don't fucking do it. Start your studs. They're what got you here. Roll with it. Secondly, kind of ties in with it, trust your gut. Just trust your fucking gut. It's as simple as that. You'll probably make the wrong decision because you don't have a good instinct, which is why you're in the bottom of the half of the league. But if you're dope like me, trust your gut. And this is my advice to myself. Thanks. Have a good week, boys. Best of luck.